Well, hello and welcome back to yet another incredible video. And this is a wonderful video for those of us who love Christmas tree DIYs. And I am doing this in collaboration with my girl Joy from Joyful Designs. Right away, I am going to start with one of my favorite things. You guys know I love lamps. So I am grabbing some of these frames from the Dollar Tree and I will go ahead and get those broken down. I will also be using some wood Christmas trees that I believe I got from the Dollar Tree, and I will be giving those a coat of white paint. And I'm going to let you guys watch as this part of the DIY comes together. So of course I'm going to take those wood cutouts and glue them to the inside of my frames until I have 4 complete pieces so that I can begin to build my box, which you guys will watch as I pull that together. So at the time that I stained my trees, you probably saw me stain those giant kind of tumbling tower blocks that I got from Temu. They're like 4 times bigger than the tumbling tower blocks, but I go ahead and glue those to the bottom of my box to act as legs and give me a place for my cord to slip out of. Okay, so here comes the cool part, you guys. I was given these lights from Nepal, and they're freaking awesome. At first I was like, lights, okay, I've seen them all before. But these are so cool because they fit into a regular light socket, and that light socket charges them, right? So they can stay on just using the regular power through that socket as long as everything's good to go. But in an emergency, they'll be charged and you can still use these as lights. My understanding is, I think it's about 12 hours of consistent light. Now it does come with a remote which allows you to kind of change the colors, set timers, blah blah blah. You know how it goes. I'll put the information in the description box. But I thought that it was perfect for this particular lamp. So I love this. I love this. You guys know me. I love a good lamp. And I like that this one is very neutral, which fits our Christmas decor this year. And I love that Nepal lamp because it's nice to have a remote. To not have to get up and turn the light off and on. So for this next DIY, I am going to start off with one of those foam cones, and I am just going to give it a coat of apple barrel white paint. I am trying to recreate this piece that I saw at Kohl's. While that is drying, I'm going to go ahead and open up a couple of bags of peppermint candy that I got from the Dollar Tree. So now I'm just going to start adding those candies to my cone via hot glue until she is fully covered. And I think this came out almost exactly like the one I saw at Kohl's, but it was a fraction because the one at Kohl's was ridiculously priced, and I'm pretty sure I made this for under $5. And I hit it with just a coat of gloss Mod Podge at the end just to kind of set that candy, if you know what I mean. But I like the way that this came out. Let me know if you guys like this one as well. Okay, so for this next tree, I got a little help from Aaron and our scrap wood pile. He went out and cut some square type shapes for me of different sizes. And I was okay with these being rough because the idea is when I finish, it's going to be a very rustic looking Christmas tree. And I will basically just take my wood square type pieces and just start to add them on top of each other just using some hot glue. After that, you will see me come through with a watered down Waverly and just give a whole coat across the whole thing. And I'm going to let you guys watch as this comes together. So I really like the way that this came out. It's just rustic enough for me, and it certainly does fit into our decor. And I love how you kind of just look at it, and it's just a very abstract version of a Christmas tree, but definitely still qualifies. Let me know if you guys are feeling this piece. So this next DIY is one of those times where I head off into something just incredibly ambitious. I have an idea in my head, and I'm trying to see it through. But I basically start with one of those round signs from the Dollar Tree, and I go ahead and cover it with some of this silvery contact paper, but then I come across it with a little bit of white paint just to take the sheen off. I'm using one of those thick contact paper inner rolls, and I cut it down and glue it down to my kind of round, if you will. And then I grab some of those fairy lights, and I go ahead and wrap those around that kind of center tube. Once I have that together, I grab some of these white Christmas balls, if you will, from Hobby Lobby, and I got these half off, and I start to kind of glue them together in a circle on that platform. And then I will add another layer, and then I will grab some red balls and add a layer, and then just keep adding layers until I get this wonky looking tree. Yep. So you will watch as this comes together. So realizing that I've taken a trip off into wonkiness, I decided to grab some Christmas florals, some greenery, some berries, and try to pull it back from the edge. So you will watch as I pretty much do that. So sometimes when you're DIYing, you start off with a vision and you want to see it through, even when it gets a little strange midway through. And I'm glad that I saw this one all the way through because I actually think it's really, really cool. When Aaron walked in, he was like, okay, I like that. That's a little strange, but I like it. So let me know in the comments if you followed me all the way through this wonky journey. So this next DIY is super easy, and I'm going to be using some of my favorite type of frames from the Dollar Tree, which are these place card frames. I think they're 2x3, and I will go ahead and get those cleaned up by pulling out the glass and the tabs. So I bought these metal die-cast trees from Temu, and you would have seen them in one of my Temu hauls. And I'm just going to go ahead and get those broken down to just the 4 Christmas trees. And then I'm going to go ahead and hot glue those to the back of my frames. Next, I'm just going to connect my frame pieces together in that just basic box form that I always use when I'm making either lamps, lanterns, or in this case, just like a little candle box. So I just dropped one of those frosted glass kind of votive holders from the Dollar Tree into this box with a little bit of a candle, and I just think this is so dang cute. I love the silver of it because that's very Christmas to me, and I just love the size and the fact that it just gives that little bit of hint of Christmas to me. So let me know in the comments if you guys are liking this one as well. So I'm never going to turn down an opportunity to collaborate with my girl Joy from Joyful Designs, and this next DIY is actually inspired by a piece I saw her do. So I'm just going to go ahead and take some of these beautiful placemats that I got from the Dollar Tree. Of course, they've got trees on them, and I'm going to go ahead and make my pillow base. You will see me add a little bit of burlap ribbon that I did get from the Dollar Tree, just 2 strips right to the front to give it a little pop. So now that our pillow is made, I'm going to go ahead and do my Joy-inspired floral arrangement on the top of this pillow. And here's just a look at what is inspiring me. This is the piece that Joy did. So I am just going to grab some random Christmas florals that I had and try to do a little arrangement on the top of this pillow. And you guys are going to see what it looks like when I finish up. So I love the way this pillow turned out. It is going to be up in my office for the season. And while it is not exactly like Joy's beautiful pillow, because I love that ribbon she used, it is inspired by her. I had never thought to put an arrangement, like a floral arrangement on a pillow before, but this is really pretty stunning. Let me know if you guys are liking it. Well, as always, I thank you guys so much for choosing to watch this video. I very much so appreciate you. Make sure you head on over to Joy's channel and see what she put together this time around. Also, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, I invite you to come back, hang out, and be okay with us.